First I went to film school, and then I had this naive ambition that after film school that I would cook to pay the bills so that I could afford to do my writing. I wanted to be a writer-director. I did all my education by driving to like the Barnes and Nobles or the bookstore and like sitting in the corner with a bunch of books and like flipping through and like being like, oh my God, who is this and what is he doing in Italy and who is this and oh my God, and just like literally falling in love with the notion of being exceptional enough to not only create the kind of food that I was witnessing in these books, but to have my own restaurant, and really fueled me. And like there was no social media, there's no Instagram. I was working, like the meat section of a hotel where I was picking up Chateaubriands and veal chops and racks of lamb and fillets and every cut of meat you possibly could, all cooked to order, no sous vide, temperatures, learning how to touch and feel, and convection oven, burns all over my arms. And, I would have huge scars, like huge blisters and scars, like literally all over my arms. And I had the time of my life. I did almost a decade of 3 Michelin, but it was a necessary stepping stone for me in my professional career. And I knew that I needed to accomplish that if I wanted to be the chef that I wanted to be. And the disciplines that I learned and adapted over time became disciplines that transcended into my personal life as well in a very positive way. When you're in that kind of fast-paced environment that demands so much from you, you forget about all of the simple things in life that, that are important as well. At the end of the day, you're a better chef if you're working smarter. And I think tools have a unique, advantage over time. One example would be like making vanilla sugar. I was classically trained. I remember making vanilla sugar before with scraping the pods with a paring knife and then mincing the actual sugar crystals with the vanilla pods, and then tamming it, going through this whole process to create this really beautiful ingredient. But obviously you can do that with a food processor. There's a unique opportunity always to continue to make kitchens more efficient, because time is the thing that we need more than anything, right? I've been more fortunate than some of my colleagues in the sense that I haven't had to operate a brick and mortar. Made me rethink food, made me rethink lifestyle, made me rethink, the future of food. That's a really important step for any chef, is to kind of to rethink, but also embrace and hold on to the qualities of restaurant life, and ultimately create, the most appreciated part about dining, which is simplicity. You can have simplicity, ingredient-focused food, and then think about the science to enhance that creativity. Everything that I've learned in the food industry, for the most part, has been recognizing my own failures, being honest with those failures, and questioning why did that fail, and science usually plays a huge part in that, right? The maturity to recognize failure and embrace failure is like the tool least utilized. My creative process, I feel like, is very important if it's not too premeditated, right? I think if you premeditate too much and you have these ideas and you try to tweak those too much, it doesn't come off as authentic. The part of traveling and working with these cultures to understand how other cultures work will always inspire who I am as a chef and an artist and a human. Whether you're a creative chef or you're not, you have this responsibility. You have to execute this whole song and dance of hospitality every night. Ballet with the front of the house, ballet with the back of the house, expedite it the best possible way, and make sure that the customers have delicious food. That's like the first responsibility. Then creativity comes in. That's where it starts to get really intense, because being creative often means taking huge risks. Every chef has a responsibility to get on board. Get on board with sustainability, get on board with food waste, get on board with all of these pretty much culture movements that are happening. Waste management is a huge importance, and You know, the perfect brunoise is cool when you're learning how to have knife skills. And a chef should never abandon their knife skills, obviously. However, having a perfect brunoise, it's almost at the point where it doesn't even look cool anymore, you know? Like there's something more artistic and natural about rough cuts. But the community and the environment is literally screaming for help. It's an honor. You know, I love you guys. You guys have been really awesome for me, to me, great friendships. Before I became a part of working with you guys, I always respected the equipment because the equipment has never failed me. And it's something that chefs depend on, is what they use in their kitchen and what they can trust. Your equipment has made my food easy to do. And I feel like that's how that partnership started. And I just love working with you guys.